Hello and welcome. Wow, it is time. The explaining series is over, and I wanna do a final statement to all of you in the DeathRun community. This is not a quit video, but I wanna say this, and I have prepared for this, and now I am gonna make a statement. So now, listen closely, please watch to the end, and listen to what I have to say. Firstly, to end the explaining series in a good way, I'll do another all maps montage on my channel with all my PBs, and that was as Monkey requested it in a comment, and that's what I'm gonna do, so you can see all the runs uncut without any explaining from me, just for yourself, with music in the background. That's it. That is gonna mark the real end of the explaining series. So, what I also want to say is, please like this video, share this video around. I know I never really say that, but get this video to as many different people as possible, because I really want to reach all of them. I'm never asking for that, but today would be a really good moment. And also, if you haven't already, consider subscribing, because I'm almost at 500 subscribers, and yeah, that would be kind of cool to have that. Firstly, thank you for your amazing support on the series. It's been great to see how so many of you have been learning new strategies, have been developing new skill in everything that they could do in DeathRun. And it's been an honor to me to teach you all this stuff, because yeah, this started out simple, and I did never think that I could reach so many of you with that. And today, I wanna tell you a story of my DeathRun time, of how I started, and yeah, let's just start. I first started in DeathRun about 2 years ago, and I was really bad. I'm gonna link you my first official speedrun that I made on YouTube, and that was a year later, I think. And you can really see how bad I was, and you can see the progress that I've made. And some of you might be asking yourselves, how can you learn all of that? So like the explaining series, I watched as many videos as I could find from people like, for example, Caspro, Gomer10, and Ender, all of these people who made speedruns back then. But I have to say, back then there were not so many speedruns on all maps, and it was kind of hard to like find all of these different types of runs that I could teach myself with, and it was hard to actually get good on some maps. So as soon as I was able to record on my new PC, I recorded almost every personal best I made, so people could actually see how maps work. And then, after doing that for a while, I felt like I could do more. And I think all of you have heard of Caspro's tutorials. If not, I'll link to your playlist right here. He gave tutorials on some maps, not all maps like me and like I did that now, but on some maps, and he also didn't do the full world record time. He just did a basic idea of the map, or how you can do it, how you can get close to world record. But I didn't want that. I wanted people to actually understand how the world records work. For example, the first tutorial I've ever uploaded was on 137 on Riviera. A lot of people, before I started doing the series, a lot of people were talking to me like, how do you get a 137 on Riviera? And that's how I first got that idea for the whole explaining series. And if anyone is ever like, how do people get this time? How do they get so fast in this game? Then send them these videos and they'll know. And I'm telling you, literally everyone can get better if you really put effort into this game. Some people might see me as some kind of bad player, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I have 41,000 games and 16,000 victories. That's open in my stats. But that's not the main factor for me. For me, the important thing is that I practice a lot, that I put a lot of time in it, and then eventually got better. And everyone can do that themselves. Of course, there are always factors that you can't do anything about, like ping or PC low FPS and stuff, but you can always improve your current skill level. Even if you think you're at your best, try new strats, try everything, you will get better eventually. Another thing I need to mention is the credit for the explaining series. You cannot give me all of the credit for this. 90% of the strats, or maybe even more, that I showed you were not mine. Most of them came from the speedrunning community, mostly from legends like Fly, Ender, and Hunter. In my opinion, those three are the true legends of DeathRun because all of them have a ping of 100 and Ender even more, with like 140 and stuff. And they also, Hunter has the most world records, Ender has more than me too, and Fly has kind of quit DeathRun, so he has less, but he also is a legend. His world record on Western, 117.4 by the way, is legendary, and he's just a really good player. Especially Hunter has done a lot in these past few months, but I don't really know who is the best right now, but that doesn't count. You can just see how much effort they've put into practicing this game, and you can see how good they are as now. But please, thank them as well. Thank the whole DeathRun speedrunning community. Yeah, I am the one who actually does the effort to sit down in front of the video and explain to you how all of these strats work, but they are giving me the idea. Also people like Kespro, Gomer, Payman aka Sabi, or people like Mario Zocker, all of them helped me to get better when I first started, and all of them got me to where I am now. And that's how the explaining series was truly done. I know, I can actually tell you how my explaining series videos work. I take the voting from last week, screenshot it, and then I take my PB run, and I sit down in front of it without any preparations, and I just sit down and say as much as I can. And mostly my explaining videos are uncut. The only cut I make is edit the screenshot in it. I'm not good at editing, I don't want to flex with anything here, so I just do it in one take. It is the best thing to do for me, to be honest. But yeah, it doesn't take that much for me to record these videos, but it does take much to develop all of these strategies. So please, don't only thank me. And finally, never ever stop looking for new strategies. Of course, now with the explaining series, I gave you a platform that you can build up with all your skill, and you can always go back to these explaining series videos and see how everything is done. But keep discovering new strategies, keep discussing, keep speedrunning. My strategies will get old sooner or later, and then the world records will be bad again. Of course, somewhere there is a limit, but we're not quite there yet. A lot of world records can be pushed further down, and there's always new stuff that you can learn. So keep being open, and if the speedrunning community does that together, maybe with even more people at the top than right now, then it can be truly amazing. So please, don't ever stop looking for strategies. Even if you have watched all of the explaining series now, there's more. There is a lot more. Maybe I can tell you a few channels in the description, but there is a lot more. And now, to all DeathRun players, not only speedrunners. I know that DeathRun is a kind of toxic community, and there's been a lot of hate going on between all those different groups like dev, tryhards, speedrunners, quitters. There's been a lot of toxicity, and I know that. So please, to all of DeathRun, for speedrunners, have more acceptance against deaths who are trying to kill you and they are seemingly really bad. But remember, these people are probably just starting out the game and they don't really know what they're doing. And look back to those days, and when you were in those days, and look back to how you were and how you would have acted as a death. And you wouldn't have known anything about these speedrunning communities and about how toxic they can be. And yes, some people might remember that I was toxic against deaths as well. I've been there, I've been muted twice for it, and I've learned my lesson, because it's not a good thing to do, to be toxic against deaths. Most of them are not trying to troll you or something. Of course it can also happen, and that's a bad thing then. But most of them are literally, they don't really know what they're doing, and they're just having fun in the game. And to death mains, have more acceptance to people who quit the games and try to speedrun them. I know that it might piss you off, but that's the same thing for speedrunners to death mains. Please accept everyone in this community. The community is way, way, way stronger if you accept everyone together. And even the people you don't like, it's better that way. I've learned it the hard way. For example, Spintown has been an enemy of mine for a long time because he has been criticizing the way that I quit the games. And you know what? I get it. I actually honestly get it. It makes playing death less interesting, and I was toxic back then, and I sometimes lied about stuff because I just didn't like what he was doing as a death. But I accept it, and I'm telling you that now because I know that if the people in the DeathRun community accept each other, then the community will be a lot better, because right now DeathRun is one of the most toxic communities ever, and in all of Hive, and we can change that if we just go back to accepting everyone in the community, even if you don't really like what they are doing, and even if they are a personal opponent of yours. Accept them, because that's what really is about this game. It's not only about speedrunning, about getting good times, it's also about meeting new people, because I have met a lot of new people in this game, and they have changed my life forever. Just my girlfriend, for example, I have met her in this game, and it's insane how different my life has been since I have been here on Hive. So please, sometimes it's not all about the game, but you have to say, after all, we all love this game, no matter how much it pisses us off sometimes. Thank you for all your support everyone has been giving me on YouTube. It's so amazing to just play DeathRun and randomly have someone in the game who's saying, oh wow, how to, you're here, I'm a big fan. It's really great. Thank you. I know I'm not really saying this often, but thank you for all your support. It has been amazing. And stay tuned for everything that's coming up in the future. Thank you for watching. I hope you're gonna take my message seriously. And yes, I'm out. Bye.